Start with the valedictory session. I would like to request the President of Nepal Geological Society, Mr. Chudabajaboli. Similarly, I would like to request Professor Dr. Mike Sir, Honorary Member of NGS, to occupy the seat in the front of the dais. Thank you. Similarly, I would like to request our Honorary Member, Mr. Jagasanath Shrestha. He could not be here because of his health. And we wish him all the best and speedy recovery. Now I would like to request Dr. Megradita to come on dais. Thank you. For the seat taking program, I would like to request the convener of 11 Nepal Geological Congress, Professor Dr. Khum Naran Paudel, to occupy the chair on the dais. Thank you, and would like to welcome you once again on the dais and to all of you to this valedictory session. We have the program of the remarks regarding the Congress and the experiences of our honorary members. So I would like to request Professor Dr. Mike Surdy for his remarks on this Congress and overall all program and his feelings. Thank you. Please, Mike Surdy.
And I was on a mountaineering expedition to Langtang Liram, north of Kathmandu, and we climbed to about 7,000 meters on Langtang Liram, unsuccessfully reached the summit, didn't reach the summit, and on the way back I walked back from Langtang all the way to Kathmandu through the forests of Kathmandu, and I immediately fell in love with Nepal. Beautiful mountains, fantastic forests, the amazing city of Kathmandu, and the wonderful people of Nepal. So I've had this sort of love affair with Nepal since 1980, 45 years. And after the earthquake in 2015, I became much more involved in Nepal on a charitable scale, as well as all the geology I've been carrying out before. And the result of this was all our porters came from a single village up in the Burigandaki, Kashiganj village, which was almost destroyed during the earthquake. It was right opposite Pakpak and Lampak, and I became involved in reconstructing the village and building a new school and hospital, and we now have a trekking company based in Pokhara, and I also have a retirement flat on the top of the trekking company halfway up Sarangot Hill. So Nepal is now really my second home. I come here every year to do geology, to meet friends, and to hang out in my wonderful place in Sarangot, where I look straight up at Mashpachari. And it really is a wonderful place. And Nepal, every year I come, just gets better and better. And partly because of conferences like this. So I think this meeting has been incredibly successful. There's a lot of young Nepalis here that were not even born when I first came to Nepal. And a lot of us old people who are still chugging away. And some intermediates as well. So anyway, I would like to have a huge vote of thanks to Jona for organising the conference, and also to Khum Paudel for a fantastic job organising this conference, which has really been incredibly successful. And I also would like to thank Vishal Preti, who's unfortunately just left. But Vishal had a great idea that we have the Himalayan workshop in Nepal, either Kathmandu or Pokhara, every 5 years, which I think is a great idea, because having to fly Nepalis out to Europe or America is very, very expensive, and sometimes there's visa problems, but there is absolutely no problem with anyone coming into Nepal. So I think it makes perfect sense that we have the Himalayan workshop more often in this country. So I'm fully supportive of this. In the next HKT meeting in Torino in the summer, we'll propose it, hopefully, and see how well it goes down. Okay, so I would just like to have a huge vote of thanks to everyone who's organised this conference, and to all of you for attending. I hope you've enjoyed it, I hope you've learned something, and certainly made a lot of new friends along the way. So, very, very dhanjabad. Namaste.
Thank you, Honorary Member and Professor Dr. Mike Sir. And now for this speech, I would like to continue with the speech on, and I would like to request Professor Dr. Megradita for his quick remarks.
It is an immense honor to me to give this opportunity to speak a few words about this conference. When we first conceived the idea of organizing this Congress, we had a very long discussion on the venue as well as timing. After a long discussion, we came to the conclusion that Kathmandu should be a venue and it should be also affordable to our young researchers and students. Therefore, this conference, this Congress was organized in Kathmandu, and we are very happy to see that a very large number of researchers present are very young scientists from Nepal and abroad. So it really shows the future of geology and earth science is very bright. Furthermore, we could see that after 2015 Golkar earthquake, the interest in geology has increased in the governmental organizations as well as in new institutions, and they are offering the courses on seismic, engineering, tunneling, and landslide studies, debris flow, and other types of hazard investigation. As you know, this climate change has adversely affected us, and the recent disasters like that of Melamchi or Roshi or others, have also created a kind of awareness to the planners and decision makers, and they are a bit positive towards the earth science. And as a result, we had our Right Honorable President to inaugurate this Congress, and I would like to thank him for his presence and the words he said about the climate change and the disasters in Nepal. As far as the papers are concerned, one good thing about the papers is that they are using the techniques of these computational techniques, the simulation, as well as laboratory tests quite and significantly in their paper. We could see the young researchers, also the investigation in the field is now increasing, and it's a good gesture that we are doing more field work and collecting data from the field. So the field data as well as the laboratory data, of course, bring us to a better understanding of the geological processes, geomorphic processes in the Himalayas and in our mountain area. However, I would like to just add one point that sometimes we see some of the papers, just a few of them, were just based on a theoretical approach alone, especially on modeling of slopes and other structures. We need more basic ground data to validate our model. Otherwise, it will be just a kind of this mathematical, manipulation without fruitful results. So that kind of thing should also be taken care of. I remember a sentence written by Terzaghi. He wrote that he carried out geotechnical investigations in 8 sites with drill holes and geophysical survey. The result was only in one site the two investigations matched. In all other sites, the geophysical information was incorrect. So we should take care of this very important fact that observations should be more precisely, made and more rigorously, studied. Similarly, in the book of Hawke and Bray, they talk about the slope stability of the mountains, and they say that the slopes should be first studied in detail, and the conclusions should be made in the field about the stability of the slopes. And only then, to verify your perception, you should use these type of equilibrium models or finite element or finite different models. So this aspect should not be ignored. So we should not be carried out with our models alone. Otherwise, our data will look very beautiful, but without any fruit. So I just want to say these words not because you are not doing good, but because you should be more field-oriented and laboratory-oriented. And at the end, I'd like to thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to say a few words. And this was a very successful conference. I remember the conference SKT in Pokhara, where we had a very large number of foreign participants, but here we have very large number of Nepali participants. That is quite good, and in the future, I hope that our participation from Nepal will also increase, and our foreign friends will come to join us in our such conferences, and I thank you all. Thank you.
Mentioning that the Congress has been very successful. Thank you for that. Because our honorary member Jagdishwanath Shrestha could not be here, he has sent his short remarks for the address in the valedictory session. And I would like to request the Vice President of Nepal Geological Society, Mr. Valedictory Session, to read his remarks on behalf of him. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman Chunawali, my fellow geoscientists, today I am honored to speak to you as the honorable fellow member of Nepal Geological Society offers upon me for my humble contribution to the research and investigation of the various aspects of geology and mineral resources of the Nepal Himalaya. Fellow geoscientists, I remember those days of 40-50 years ago when we are young geoscientists embarked upon regional geological mapping and mineral exploration of the Nepal Himalaya guided by our seniors. Indeed, we were at that time very few, less than 50 geoscientists in whole of Nepal. I think I am 25th or 26th geologist of Nepalese origin, and all of us were foreign trained. I was fortunate to be among the pioneer geologists of Nepal. About 40 years ago, I was interested to combine map of Nepal of various scale based primarily on regional geological maps preferred basically by the Nepalese geologists. My fellow colleagues and me had to study and combine geological data gathered from more than 150 topographies mapped during almost 20 years of geological investigation in both accessible and inaccessible remote areas of Nepal, Himalayas, as well as carry out exploration of various metallic and non-mechanical minerals. Somehow, we managed to fulfill that huge task made complicated by the fact that those best maps were based on quite different scientific hypotheses and theories. I think those were the first geological maps of whole of Nepal, based mainly on works of Nepalese geoscientists. Now, when I look around, I see a bright young generation of Nepalese geoscientists trained in own country using modern tools of geoscientific research. And I see the country becoming self-sufficient in some mining products like cement. Indeed, we have come a long way from those days. It is a great pleasure to be recognized by my own colleagues, fellow geoscientists and students. I accept this honor on behalf of all my fellow geoscientists, my seniors and juniors. Thank you, Nepal Geological Society. Thank you all.
Thank you, Vice President. Now, we have a small announcement. Whoever has presented, whoever has participated in this Congress, we have the record. And we are planning to send the electronic copy of your participation or presentation certificate in your email. If some of you want it in the hard copy, please contact the Executive Committee of NGS, or you may contact our Assistant General Secretary Deepak Gautam if you want it in hard copy. Otherwise, we will be providing electronic copy to you all in your email. Thank you. Now, you have noticed we had 15 poster presentation. We had to plan to select the best poster presentation for the award. And for that, we constituted a committee led by Dr. Kaviraj Paudel and supported by Vasantaraj Adhikari and Rama Pokhran to hand over the token of appreciation to the best poster selection committee. Dr. Kaviraj Paudel here, please, for the appreciation. And I would like to request Dr. Kaviraj Paudel also for the announcement on Geological alumni. Thank you. Dr. Vasantaraj Adhikari for the token of appreciation. Dr. Rama Pokhran, please.
Recently, Central Department of Geology, Thiruvan University, has performed one alumni association, and this ad hoc committee of this alumni is working to make its bylaws and related things. And very soon we are going to submit this bylaw and other activities to the Central Committee of Thiruvan University. So, on coming just 5, 2082, not 81, because we crossed the new year, Jet 5 gati 2082 साल, and English date May 17, 2025. The association is going to call a mass meeting of its alumni. And we know many of us, Nepali geologists, are the product of Central Department of Geology, working in different sectors in Nepal as well as abroad. So on that day, I, as a coordinator of this alumni, want to announce this very important notice that please manage your time and participate this mass meeting. On that day, the ad hoc committee will be dissolved and the first executive committee will be formed. Additionally, we are also going to arrange a short picnic in the premises of the Central Department of Geology. Let's make this day a very memorable and wonderful. And with the nomination or election of the first executive committee as well. Thank you very much for this listening for this notice, and I hope to welcome you all in the venue of Central Department of Geology on that day. Thank you very much.
Our Best Award Selection Committee has selected 3 posters. And they are the best 3 out of 15, I have to say. And the winners are Asta Paudel, Kavita Pandey, and Roshan Neupane. Please come and guys for the award. And I would like to request Professor Dr. Mike Sturdy and Professor Dr. Megha Jital jointly hand over the award to the students. Thank you. Asta Paudel, now Kavita Pandey. Congratulations to all the Best Poster Award winners, and thank you to our Professor Dr. Mike Shirley and Professor Dr. Meghra Vital for handing over the awards. Now it has been time for the 11th Nepal Geological Congress report. I would like to request Professor Dr. Khumnaran Paudel, convener of 11th Nepal Geological Congress, for the report on this Congress. Thank you.
The 11th Nepal Geological Congress was inaugurated by President of Nepal, Kathmandu Nepal, and his message was very encouraging, enthusiastic to us. In 11th Nepal Geological Congress, we had 14 technical sessions under different sub-themes. We had already announced 10 sub-themes in the beginning, in the first circular of the Congress, 6-7 months before. And in the 14th session, there were 70 world presentations. Among them, 55 oral presentations were from Nepalese, and 15 presentations were from foreign friends from different countries: USA, France, Germany, UK, India, Bhutan, China, and if we count the co-authors, it may the list of the country may rise a lot. And yes, and there were 15 posters from our Nepalese scientists, students, master's students, PhD students, and foreign scientists also. Yeah. And in the 11th Nepali Geological Congress, we have arranged one-day pre-Congress discussion around Kathmandu Valley. And from tomorrow to 16th of March, there will be a discussion in higher Himalaya, Kathmandu, Pokhara, Bedi, Tatupani, Marpa, Jomsom, Karmeli, Muktinath, up to Muktinath, and back to Pokhara. So we have several friends joined for this post-Congress discussion. Professor Lal Paudel and Professor Michael Provisky will guide this discussion. And we had great privilege to have 5 keynote papers starting from Professor Mike Sir, Meghra Vital Sir, Professor Harel Thomas, Lauren Bollinger, and Kishan Panthi, sir. So I thank all of you for your tremendous labor and your knowledge shared to us, shared to our students and us. And there are special papers, 4 special papers presented on the basis of, we have selected this, we haven't requested for the special papers, but we have selected this paper as a special paper because the paper contains tremendous knowledge to us and to our students. Yeah. The Congress has been very encouraging to all of us. I thank all of you for your active participation, traveling a long way from your country to Nepal for this Congress, sharing your knowledge with the scientists, especially with the young generation scientists from Nepal and abroad, because young generation is our future. So it's I'm very happy and very glad to have about 70% of the paper were from new generation, especially in tectonics, geomorphology, petrology, mineralogy sessions. Thank you very much. Thank you, all of you again. Thank you.
The quick report, definitely will have the final report in the upcoming bulletin around July, I guess. So now it's been time to appreciate our sponsors. So I would like to request the convener and the president of Nepal Geological Society to hand over these appreciations to the sponsor. ICMOD Integrated Center, International Center for Integrated Mountain Development. Anyone from ICMOD here? Please come here to accept the token of appreciation. And he support us as a platinum sponsor for this Congress. Thank you. Gold sponsors, the Singla water pumps. Gold sponsor from Singla Pump and Motors. The KSB Pumps Solution for Life. To the CEA from France. CEA. Mr. Co-convener Lok Vijay Adhikari to accept this on behalf of CEA and hand it over to them later on. Environment Resource and Management Consultancy Private Limited. Is there anyone from Environment Resource and Management Consultancy? If not, then we hand it over to them later on. From NIC, Nepal Aircraft Engineering Company. So these were our gold sponsors, without whom it would have been impossible to manage the event like this. Now we go on to the silver sponsors. So I'd like to call Jet Consult Private Limited. Jet Consult Private Limited. And Shield Consult Private Limited. Anyone from Shield Consult Private Limited? So Egemurti area. Then Kalika Construction Private Limited. Texmo Water Pumps. China Overseas Engineering Group Company Limited. Emuna Drilling and Construction Private Limited. So we have Om Kharka, the proprietor of Emuna Drilling and Construction Private Limited. From Ramesh Steels, Hilltech Industries Private Limited. Hilltech Industries Private Limited. Now Explorer Geophysical Consulting Private Limited. Explorer Geophysical Consulting Private Limited. Next is Alvelo Multi Trading Private Limited. Alvelo Multi Trading Private Limited. Is there any from Alvelo Multi Trading Private Limited? Then Geo Hydro Consult Private Limited. Geo Hydro Consult Private Limited. Smart Earthworks Private Limited. Smart Earthworks Engineering Private Limited. Now Full Price Consultancy Private Limited. General sponsors: Soil Test Private Limited, Soil Test Private Limited, Kanchan Quarry Private Limited, Asa Construction Private Limited, Resma Deep Boring, Shivam Cement, Planet Test Private Limited, United Cement, Underground Space Engineering, Sarvottam Cement, BDA Nepal Private Limited, DNS Engineering and Consult Private Limited, DNS Engineering Consult Private Limited, Soil Tech Consultant, Soil Tech Consultant, Geological and Geotechnical Consultant, Geological and Geotechnical Consultant, Prasad Deep Boring Udyog, Riddhi Siddhi Cement, Samrat Cement, Trishakti Cement, Manifold Consult Private Limited. Thank you all the sponsors for your support to this Congress, and we hope we'll have similar support in the upcoming Congresses and AGMs as well. Now we are coming toward the end of this session, concluding session. I would like to request the chair of this concluding session and President of Nepal Geological Society, Mr. Valedictory, for his quick remarks and vote of thanks on this session. And we have announcement that the executive committee and the volunteer of this Congress will be having a quick meeting, and please wait us in the backyard so that we could sit and appreciate each other's and how this Congress went. Thank you, and I would like to request Mr. Valedictory for a vote of thanks and concluding this session. Thank you.
I'm very glad to stand here as a concluding session of this International Science event, Geoscience event, 11th Nepal Geological Congress. As the President of Nepal Geological Society and a member of organizing committee, I want to thank all, including our Right Honorable President who graced his chief guest in our inauguration session, and all dignitaries from different countries of the world. I am thankful to all our dignitaries in this field. And I also thankful to the Swiss ambassador who has graced his remarks, and also secretaries of government of Nepal and head of the department of different government organizations. And I also thanks to the all government agencies who have given the collaboration for this Nepal Geological Congress, including ministry and other department. I also thanks all. And I am glad to express my thanks to the Tony Hagen Foundation, who said the geological report in the western Nepal, and Nepal Geological Society is able to publish that one of the milestone report in the geology of western Nepal, which is now copyright of Nepal Geological Society, which is available on sale not only in this Congress, but we'll have a hard copy, and we are hoping that the Nepal geological reports will be published in the website on sale. We will publish that. And I also again congratulations to the first Tony Hagen Award, Professor Dr. B.N. Upredi. This award we established the current executive committee established the Tony Hagen Award, Memorial Award, and it is my glad my teacher, my professor, Dr. B.N. Upredi, is the first awardee of this, and Dr. Mike Salt and Mr. Jagdish Shrestha accepted our award as an honorary member I am thankful for all this. And I also thanks your presence from different institutions and different countries for the success of this Congress. And I also, as executive president of executive committee, I heartily thanks to the convener and co-convener of this Congress. Without his totally guidance and conduction of this Congress, this is not possible to this the success of this Congress. So, and beside this, our management team, I want to thank all management team, all sponsors which we have given the token of appreciation, and I am hopeful that your collaboration as your sponsor will be always demanding for us for excitement and for works in the field of geoscience and for the sustainable works in the field. And as being a president of Nepal Geological Society, I feel that this type of Congress is very fruitful for the young scientists, young professional. I am directly and indirectly linked different technical professions, and Nepal Geological Society is one of the best profession who encourage the young profession for this type of exposure in the international era in our own country. This is, I think, our young professionals are very get benefit from this Congress. And in we have three types of theme in geoscience for climate change adaptation and natural resource management and geohazard management. I think geology is one of the foundation engineer. Without proper use and application, our engineering sector would not be sustainable. So, as a foundation engineering, we have able to discuss the expense of different institutions and different countries. During this management, if there is any shortcomings, I take my apology for all this shortcoming management and everything shortcoming of this Congress. As a president, I apologize for that, if any. And I hope all foreign or expert foreign or guests will take a good memory of Nepal, and I hope your return will be very safe. And just we have mentioned that this is not only 2 days Congress. We have 1 day's field conference and excursion, and 5 more excursion is remaining now. And after finishing our 5 days excursion, formally our Congress will be closed. And I think our post-conference, post-excursion would be very fruitful, and our team leader, Professor Dr. Lalu Podel, will guide, and you will get very benefit from our post-excursion trip. Thank you very much. I am very, very thankful. Namaste. Bye-bye.